Finally, some good news out of Cleveland Browns Nation. The kind of update that's got the dog pound barking with a renewed sense of hope after a season that's felt like trudging through the mud. You know the drill. Defense sputtering, points hard to come by, and that wide receiver room looking more like a ghost town than a weapon. But whispers from the facility suggest a shift, a spark that's been missing, something that could turn the tide as we stare down the barrel of another tough stretch. If you're part of this crew, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and join the conversation. This community runs on real fans like you. Now, the name that's lighting up the practice fields and getting everyone buzzing, Jeudy. Yeah, the guy we traded for with sky-high expectations, who's been a bit of an enigma this year, but after the bye week, things are clicking in a way that screams potential turnaround. Picture this, Week 10 against the Jets, Jeudy hauls in 6 catches for 78 yards and his first touchdown of the season. It's like watching a Ferrari finally hit the open road after idling in traffic. Coming into that game, Jeudy only had 22 receptions over 8 outings. Frustrating, right? But the coaching staff flipped the script during the bye, shaking up the play calling, and Jeudy was right there to capitalize. He said it himself post-game. "I think they're doing a good job of trying to get me going, start the game off and just continue on that momentum. That's the fire we've been waiting for from a Pro Bowl talent who lit it up last season." And quarterback Dillon Gabriel, he's all in, stressing how crucial it is to feed the top guy. "Jerry's a great player and want to continue to do that, and he played great," Gabriel noted. "I want to get the ball to the best players on our team." That would be the emphasis forever. You can hear the commitment there, the kind that builds trust in the huddle. But it's not just words, it's action. Jeudy and Gabriel are putting in the extra reps, forging that chemistry that's been elusive. "The more we work with each other, the more confident and the more chemistry we have," Jeudy added. "So consistency is key. So every day in practice, every week in the game, I see him getting better, and that's all we could ask for improvement." Imagine the possibilities. A synchronized passing attack where Jeudy stretches the field, drawing coverage and opening lanes for the run game that's been our backbone. This isn't coming out of nowhere, though. The Browns' offense has been averaging a measly 16.2 points per game, and the wideouts. In Week 8 against the Patriots, they managed just 2 targets in a blowout loss. Ouch, that's the kind of stat that keeps fans up at night, pacing the living room, questioning every call. But that bye week was a reset button. New eyes on the playbook, fresh schemes, and suddenly, Jeudy looks like the alpha we envisioned when we brought him in. And he's not alone in this resurgence tale. There's depth being added to the mix, layers that could make this receiver core a force. Take Caden Davis, for instance, the undrafted free agent from 2022, who's bounced around leagues like a pinball, Broncos, Lions, Cardinals practice squads, even the USFL with the Michigan Panthers. He's been hanging on the Browns practice squad last year and this season, getting elevated for a handful of snaps on special teams. 14 snaps in one game, a couple appearances last year. Not headline-grabbing, but gritty, the kind of hustle that embodies Cleveland's spirit. On Wednesday, the Browns made it official. Davis is promoted to the active roster. It's not about expecting him to be the next big thing. No, the core is Jeudy, Isaiah Bond, Cedric Tillman. But depth matters, especially when injuries hit hard. Davis provides that insurance policy, the guy who can step in on specials or mop up reps if needed. If he keeps grinding in practice, who knows? A few targets on game day aren't out of the question. It's these under-the-radar moves that build roster resilience, the unsung heroes who keep the machine running. Fans, think back to the start of the season. We had hopes pinned on this group clicking early, but hamstring pulls, foot issues, and just plain inconsistency derailed us. Now with Jeudy heating up and Davis adding numbers, there's a glimmer. The dog pound is hungry for more of those bone-rattling wins, the crowd roaring at First Energy Stadium, the kind of energy that turns doubters into believers. This promotion isn't flashy, but it's real, a sign the front office is proactive, shoring up weaknesses without fanfare. Gabriel's emphasis on Jeudy isn't just talk, it's strategy. Getting your best weapon humming sets the tone for the whole offense. Remember Week 10, that touchdown, the yards after catch. Jeudy was electric, drawing double teams and still making plays. It's the kind of performance that reminds everyone why he's here. And as he builds rapport with the young QB, the ceiling rises. Cleveland faithful, we've weathered storms before, this feels like the calm before a breakout. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The road ahead is brutal, facing the Ravens this Sunday, a defense that devours offenses. Yet with Jeudy finding his groove and the supporting cast rounding into form, there's reason to believe. The bye week changes were surgical, targeting exactly what was broken. Play calling that isolates mismatches, motions that confuse secondaries, it's all coming together. And Davis, he's the wildcard depth, ready to contribute wherever called upon. This story of Jeudy's revival and Davis promotion weaves into the larger narrative of a team fighting back. After averaging so few points, every yard, every catch matters. Jeudy's words ring true: momentum. Once you get it, you ride it. The Browns are starting to harness that, one practice at a time. Word count approximately 1,400. As we dive deeper into this Browns resurgence at wide receiver, let's talk about another piece falling into place: Cedric Tillman's return. The guy was on fire early. 11 catches, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first 4 games. Then bam, hamstring injury against the Lions in Week 5, sidelined on IR. It was a gut punch, leaving the room thinner than lead-like, especially with rookie Isaiah Bond nursing a foot issue. Designated for return on November 3rd, Tillman made his comeback against the Jets on Sunday. 2 receptions for 11 yards, not explosive, but presence alone shifts things. Early in that game, he leaped for a catch that just slipped away. Had it connected, it could have been a game-changer, sparking the dog pound into a frenzy. Now, with limited practice reps for Bond this week, if the rookie suits up, we could see the full core for the first time against Baltimore. Imagine it, Jeudy stretching deep, Tillman in the slot, Bond's speed on the outside, Davis as the depth guy. That's the arsenal we've craved. Tillman's return isn't just stats, it's symbolism. Cleveland's built on toughness, players who battle back from setbacks. He posted those early scores, giving us glimpses of what this offense could be. Now healthy and hungry, he's another weapon in Gabriel's toolkit. The QB's been vocal about spreading the ball, but prioritizing Jeudy while integrating Tillman, that's balance. Improvement, as Jeudy put it, it's the mantra for this group. Looking broader, the Browns' WR woes have been a season-long saga. Struggled for production, targets drying up like Lake Erie in a drought. But these moves, Jeudy's uptick, Davis promotion, Tillman's comeback, signal intent. The front office isn't sitting idle, they're adapting, adding layers to a unit that's been our Achilles heel. Depth isn't glamorous, but in the trenches of an NFL season, it's survival. Gabriel's growth ties it all. Young but poised, he's emphasizing the right things, get the ball to your best. Pair that with Jeudy's renewed confidence and you've got chemistry brewing. Practices are where it happens, reps after reps, building trust. Tillman jumping back and adds competition, pushing everyone. Bond, if he plays, brings that rookie fire. Davis, the grinder, ensuring no drop-offs. Fans, this is our moment to rally. The dog pound's roar has carried us through darker days, now channel it into belief. Facing the Ravens, tough, but with a healthier WR room, we attack differently. Jeudy is the focal point, drawing coverage, freeing Tillman for slants, Bond for go routes. Cinematic almost, the underdog Browns piecing together a passing game that clicks. Reflect on the journey. From undrafted hustlers like Davis to high-pedigree talents like Jeudy, this group's diverse. Bouncing leagues, IR stints, bi-week tweaks, it's real football drama. But in Cleveland, we thrive on it. The city's heart beats in these stories, the faithful dreaming of playoff pushes, Super Bowl whispers. As Sunday looms, optimism simmers. Will Jeudy build on 78 yards? Can Tillman rediscover that early magic? Will Davis see the field? The answers unfold on the gridiron, but the foundation's set. This isn't blind hope, it's earned through grit and adjustment. Browns Nation, hold the line. The offense's averaging 16.2 points might climb. Targets to wideouts could surge. With these developments, we're not just surviving, we're evolving. Fire up the brown and orange, the dog pound awaits its feast. And that's the pulse from Cleveland today. Stay locked in, because in this league, momentum shifts fast. Jeudy's touchdown was a start, let's make it a streak. Gabriel to Jeudy, Tillman rumbling, Davis battling, it's our time. Word count, approximately 1,400.